Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. It be coming like this on the intro, what they here for. If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. It's Edwards alone with it. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sky Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. The Cowboys at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. These two teams all tied after one. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. D.D. Westbrook to return from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time,
they're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Elliott once more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Dak's going to keep it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Here's Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on third and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st down, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mahomes now on first down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 24, Mahomes. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays according.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep downfield.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage. They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, he shifts past him.
62 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Mahomes.
Now pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Mahomes now on first down.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up